Good morning, Britain. Babies and children massacred.
Safari?
A little bit. What did you make of...
Have you done something to your hair, by the way?
Have you only just noticed?
Have you not got up again?
I had a little trim. Yes, I had a little trim.
I like it.
Additionally, how was
I know.
a leading politician able to be on stage unprotected in that way? What did you think of it? You know, targets are present. Surely security is there in force, but actually felt, I'm sure, that Sir Keir Starmer a long time
watching it because
checks your bag.
Yeah.
And so any weapon would have been noticed. I mean, that clearly wasn't there and go, you can't take that in. That's some kind of, assault weapon.
No.
It could have been worse. It wasn't.
I mean, but he could...
And never made the netball team. And my boys always joked that I was only there because I was handing out both in their 80s have been taken hostage or attack. Were they able to contact you by happening?
Because they were...
Would expect the Israeli army or police to be there swiftly, I imagine. I mean, morning, Britain. It is 2 minutes past 6. I just want to open the show by sending, I'm sure, all of our very best wishes to Holly Willoughby, who has made what is clearly the difficult decision to step down from this morning on ITV Daytime after 14 years at the programme. And she's clearly made the right decision for her.
But I've got to say, kind of jungle, your look this morning. Isn't it?
Really?
Kind of, yeah.
Am I lost in the foliage?
Quite...
I had it cut about 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago. Less about how I'm looking, more about Sir Keir Starmer's glitter look yesterday. I mean, the tense situation internationally.
You just know how in those moments, and you can see in Keir Starmer's face, he doesn't know what's happening.
Oh.
Well, good for him, but, could have been bad.
Yeah. Now, presumably, security on the way in someone's bag, you're not going to look at...
There was time for a punch or a push or an arm lock. And who knows what people can... you are right, there is on the outside a ring of...
Anyway, we will speak to Sir Keir Starmer about how he reacted to that and the things that he did say in his speech a little bit later in the programme. But our main news at 7 minutes past 6. Israel says dozens of babies and children were killed by Hamas in a massacre at a village close to the border with Gaza. The discovery of bodies came as Jerusalem stepped up airstrikes in the Gaza Strip, and it claims 200 targets were hit overnight.
More than 900 people have now been killed in Gaza, 1,200 in Israel since the unprecedented attack by Hamas on Saturday. Our chief correspondent... You'll keep trying to put it on, won't you? Still to come, singer Will Young has launched...
My feet don't quite hit the floor on this sofa.
What is that for that detail?
Sorry, just giving you an update.
3 decades of choosing the right words to make the nation laugh, Frank Skinner's love of language has led to a hugely successful poetry podcast.
And he once said swearing can be beautiful, but he...
1940s, George Formby would come to the palace with her dad and Margaret and Elizabeth, but as part of kind of...
Always a pleasure.
Don't go away because we've got the big debate coming. First, it's competition time, and he has the detail.
Your feet are not touching the floor, but that is... okay.
Shall I go and get a box?
Could you give me a stool? Filthy, or is the language...
Came to the Edinburgh show.
So I thought this was an elaborate gag.
No.
Is it going to say Brian